Dear professor and classmates, my name is Katherine Cobos and today I will talk about the communicative language testing. What is the problem with traditional tests? According to TTA, the Teaching English Foreign Language Academy 2019, traditional tests are generally written tests where the students have to complete, correct, or respond to random sentences. This type of test is boring and uninspiring for students as well as for teachers. Therefore emerges the need for designing a truly communicative test. The above question leads us to another question. What is a communicative test? The language tests are a necessary part of language learning to assess students' comprehension as well as knowledge of the use of target vocabulary and grammar structure. According to Fund 2008, open quote, communicative language tests are used to measure language learners' ability to take part in acts of communication or to use language in real-life situations, end quote. According to TESOL Quarterly 1991, advances in language testing in the past decade have occurred in three areas. First, the development of a theoretical view that considers language ability, test performance, and test method. Second, application of a more sophisticated way of measurement. And third, the development of communicative language tests that incorporate principles of communicative language teaching in order to cover the four language skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. The first principle is start from somewhere. Test makers must know what they want to test. The second principle is concentration on content. Refers to the topic and tasks that will be carried out. The third principle is bias for best, constructing the test in a way that provokes students' effort to solve it without overwhelming them. And the fourth principle is working on washback. Test writers should create clear scoring criteria where course objective and test content are put into consideration. Also, there are some important characteristics that test makers should follow to create a successful test. The test needs to be based on communication that is meaningful, also offers students the opportunity to use the language productively in authentic situations. Focus on unpredictable language input and creative language input, since it is impossible to predict what the speaker will say in a real-life situation. In conclusion, following all the above principles and characteristics to design a successful test will generate the students' use of their language skills like in real-life situations. For example, ordering food at a restaurant, asking for information over the phone, or deciding with a friend which movie to watch, or giving suggestions to a friend who has asked for advice, and so forth. These are my references. Well, professor and classmates, this was my first contribution to the forum. Thank you very much for your kind attention.